guys, and we are back for Tales of Vesperia. We got a tough boss fight coming up, TBH. So what we are gonna do is what we're gonna want to do is set ourselves up right, because we have a secret mission coming up and it is actually pretty bad. I'm not gonna say it's pretty bad, but it can get pretty bad because
the hole in this mountain is like the hole in my heart. How my chest aches.
Getting all sentimental on us, old man?
Nah, it's just memories of the war. I'd appreciate it if we didn't spend too much time here.
Stop being such a coward.
Oh, that hurts, Rita.
The only way to get past a bad memory is to embrace it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Not really. I was just generalizing. Anyway, you want to hurry, right? Then let's go.
Our little genius mage is more mature than she looks.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought.
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of blastia.
What?
This was not a blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temza using a new type of technology, the Hermes Blastia.
Hermes Blastia? I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new Blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of Blastia.
But something went wrong.
The Blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The air krena began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end, not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mach and the Wiesen of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
The Intellicheia realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Intellicheia fought against the humans to help the planet?
look at Rita over there. She's getting mad.
Why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous Blastia were?
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Intellicheia. From talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temzones of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Amit Hills, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That Blastia must have been a Hermes Blastia.
So then you've been destroying the Blastia in place of Kea. You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world, Owen? Are you stupid?
Hey, look at everybody's reaction.
What was that?
Baul!
Nan!
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan. We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
Why her eyes looking like?
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone, have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside.
monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Antilochaea aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Epithea.
It seems you won't listen to reason. If you have no intention of moving...
You leave us no choice.
Alright, and unfortunately we gotta replace her with oh, but wait a minute. Alright, so we want to watch out for two particular moves. Rending Blade from Nan and something added from Tison. But
I've been killed!
That's the rule of the hunting blades. He's not a monster.
oh my god. Yes! Yes! She did it right off the bat. Okay, I'm kicking her ass. I'm kicking her ass.
I'm glad we're still alive.
Oh wow. Did you see that? She's like, I'm gonna answer back. She said, I'm gonna answer back. Oh. Alright, get her. Oh my god. Somebody needs to hit his ass. Alright. See what I did there.
Now you've gone and done it!
Alright, so I knew that was my moment, so I struck. Now, hopefully, oh my god. Yo, we got this, y'all. Y'all chill out. I'm nervous now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This could go really bad. Really need to get Nan. She's the problem. It may not seem that way, but what happened to Judy? What happened to Judy? What the fuck, Judy? This ass. Alright, let me go. And she's still not. What the? This ass. This motherfucker. He got her back. I tell you that. He's got her back. Oh fuck. He's got it. I say that much. Holy shit. Oh, she's spamming. Got her. Oh, she casted. She casted. Oh my god. She casted. Before she casted first aid, all that. What happened?
You're using too many arts.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
Don't want to lose.
Oh baby. Alright, chill out. I need oh, geez. We can do this. He said you keep using the same art. That bitch broke. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you keep using the same art. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh my god, she's still hitting him. She was still hitting him. She was still hitting him. Oh.
Guess I overdid it a little.
You don't show mercy to your enemies.
Hell no. Hell no. Oh my god, look at that green. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh wow, they had max HP. And Estelle almost did too. Estelle probably would have if I stopped fucking with her with the pow hammer. Oh man, that is hilarious. Oh, that was a straight ass one. If I ever seen one. Oh my god. That was hilarious.
I did it!
Yeah, you did. You fucking did, Estelle. You fucking did. Quick turn, look at this Resident. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Oh my god. If that wasn't hilarious, people. Oh my god, bro. And we barely used any life bottles. So that went pretty well, if I am allowed to say so. That went way better than I expected it to go. I mean, way better. Oh, we gotta fight. That went way better than I expected.
This will make good practice. Don't get caught. My magic hunger points
catch the do. Oh my god. Hold up. Wait, is it Judith? Oh, wait, this is Judith? That's not. Shit. Oh, that nigga died to all that. Sweet mother of God. There is another. Cause Rita ain't out here. Bitch. Oh no, don't fuck her. Don't fuck her. Don't fuck her. She's taunting. Alright, okay. Damn. That was a savagery.
Easy.
Yeah, that power hammer was gonna kill her. Straight up. Oh my god. Alright. Rather coat that was for Rita, I do believe. No. It was for Judy. That's oh, she's already wearing it. Good shit. He automatically gave it to her.
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an Intellicaea.
That went pretty well due to the fact that she did Rending Blade. I don't know why. She did Rending Blade at the beginning of the fight. Now in the Xbox 360, Xbox 360 version, this battle would always take me at least a good, give or take 20 to 25 minutes. Because Nan, for whatever reason, as you see, she loves using magic. She will never use Rending Blade. She would just constantly spam magic, Tison would never be the problem. And the other thing that makes her dangerous is she can actually cast Resurrection on Tison. You do not want that. But
It looks like he's suffering.
I'll stop talking.
Baul, come on.
You can do it, bro.
You can do it!
Mm-hmm. Jack, we need you
No!
for no. Estelle, you about to get bitch slapped if you do that.
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do.
Judy was gonna beat your ass, Estelle, and I wouldn't have been mad.
My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean? Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Right, like didn't you remember what she said?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best.
Look, my dragon. That's just a dragon. That's very
Well now.
anticipation all over.
Amazing.
could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Hell yeah. Airship time and side quest time is what I should say.
Yes.
Now that this boy done got upgraded and evolved into a big boy.
Thank you all for helping to protect him.
It's time for side quest.
This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us. Of course we'd help.
Hell yeah, you like the best party member.
That's right.
As y'all gonna see in a couple of videos from now, Judith is that girl.
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him.
Didn't I tell you?
You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all.
Right?
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
I don't know.
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
This is where Patty, in the Japanese version, we can go up. I don't know if she says that.
The skies are wide open above us.
Yeah, she definitely says something. I mean, yeah.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
See what it truly means to have an airship. We out here like another season of One Piece out here. Damn, Judy! Oh shit! My motherfucker.
She's sleeping.
Hey,
She
I
must
know
be
that.
exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over.
On the spot.
Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
You don't either, honestly. Slick, as much as I love you, Rita, you slick looking like Sherry. Because when somebody says some shit about ghosts, you the first one to get fucking scared. Get scared.
I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
But before all that,
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws. But
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Harold's got his head on straight. And that Just talk to Ray.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
Why would you say?
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before, Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with them.
If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
Even on his birthday.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Wow. Alright, let's talk to cute little daddy here.
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something. Even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
Oh wow, man! In the Japanese version, at this point, they said, you know, you're being pretty frank today, and she replies, "I'm always frank." But apparently, she's gonna say pretty honest, so that's definitely a change.
I'm always honest.
Yeah, she said, "I'm always frank."
Really? Well, maybe you are.
In the Japanese version. Pretty cool. Small, subtle changes. You know what I mean? Then again, I think they added a secret mission in this one. I'm not sure. But let's talk to this guy.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know, but after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
Now, I'm trying to remember why she freaked out, right? Can't remember.
What the?
Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into it and been done with it.
Oof.
morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance, and our world may already be dying.
That...
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelecheia.
So the Entelecheia were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Entelecheia have regulated the air. But the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelecheia for Apatheia. This has made the mission of the Entelecheia even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelecheia absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So Apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Helion because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to fight. For the sake of the path I've chosen. It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
Now Rita is about to freak out.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do.
Right.
We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Let's see. And now we've got our airship. And you know how it's never an RPG.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Oh, like a rock! Do all of those cool Chevrolet commercials? I know y'all remember.
Huh. Who knew?
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicaea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power's extraordinary, even among the Intellicaea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Now the funny thing is, being that we just left from Mount Temsa, if you go back and check out Mount Temsa again, right where the beginning is, there is, of course you'll see, very, very soon, a Giganto monster. A very interesting Giganto monster. There it is. But we're not gonna take him on just yet. No. We're not gonna take him on just yet. We're gonna take him on a little bit later. I mean, I'm not gonna say we have one means. We have one effective way of whittling his hell down, which is of course Estelle's power. But in the next episode, I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. I was actually about to say something about Judith. So let's look at the skit.
Never imagined you'd be able to speak with Aya.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Repeat?
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
So, yeah, guys, what I was gonna say was, when we come back, I'm probably gonna have two of Judith's two fastest arts at like at least 5,000 or above. Now, the reason why you want to do that is, once they get to over 5,000, the damage, I don't want to say damage constant, because I'm thinking about Tekken, but the damage, it doubles actually. So you're going to be doing massive amounts of damage. And if you're lucky enough and fast enough, which pretty much all you got to do is just over limit 3 and then have a nice setup and have your opponent, have your teammates taunting while you're doing your move, and it can go by really, really. But so yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the game like here. I'm gonna do something right here. So yeah, guys, that went pretty well. That boss fight was fucking hilarious. Oh my god. I've never handled Nan and Tison with so much class. But
Pharaoh, Belius, Baul? What sort of beings are Intellicaea anyway?
They are the oldest intelligent life forms on Terpalumerays.
So, they aren't monsters?
They aren't. It's said that they have a higher level of awareness than humans, though they don't have a civilization.
Shiver me timbers! The Intellicaea were smart!
The reports we get from Baul are pretty accurate.
He's a smart boy.
alright, so I had never handled Nan and Tison like that with such class, you know. So like I said, the next episode is going to be the big side quest episode. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time now. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that ass whooping I gave out. But until then, I guess I will catch you guys later for more Tales of Vesperia. Defender.